Robson de Souza, widely known as Robinho, is a former professional footballer from Brazil. Primarily a winger, Robinho was quick and agile, technical yet full of flair and tricks. His dribbling and pace, ability to trick defenders with body feints and quick feet made him a highly sought-after attacker. At the tender age of 15, his career began with high expectations and legendary backing, as even Brazilian football legend Pelé named him as his potential successor. Robinho, hailing from São Vicente in São Paulo State, Brazil, had a promising start to his football journey. During his formative years, he extensively played futsal, a variant of football that honed his dribbling skills, footwork, and acceleration. His professional career began at the age of 18, when he signed with Brazilian side Santos in 2002. In his debut season, he made 24 appearances and contributed 1 goal as Santos clinched the 2002 Campeonato Brasileiro title. The following year, he helped Santos reach the final of the 2003 Copa Libertadores, although they ultimately lost to Boca Juniors. In 2004, Robinho's impressive form included 21 goals in 37 games, guiding Santos to another Campeonato Brasileiro triumph. As his skills blossomed, European clubs took notice of Robinho, but Santos rejected all offers to retain him. However, his 2005 season was marred by personal tragedy when in November of that year, his mother was kidnapped. Fortunately, she was released 6 weeks later, unharmed, following a ransom payment. Despite the challenges, Robinho continued to shine on the pitch, scoring 9 goals in 12 league games. His talent continued to attract European attention, leading to his transfer to Real Madrid in July 2005 for a fee of €24 million, which was 60% of the buyout clause in his contract with Santos. At Real Madrid, Robinho wore the prestigious number 10 kit, which had previously been donned by Galactico Luis Figo. In his debut season, he made 37 appearances and scored 14 goals. However, during the initial months of the 2006-07 season, Italian manager Fabio Capello often selected him as a substitute, despite impressive performances, such as in the first Clásico against Barcelona. It was only after the winter break that Robinho became a regular starter. Playing a pivotal role, Real Madrid secured their 30th La Liga title that season, marking his own personal record 3rd career league championship. Subsequently, Capello was replaced by Bernd Schuster as head coach. In the 2007-08 La Liga season, Robinho contributed significantly with 11 league goals and 8 assists. He also notched 4 goals during Real Madrid's Champions League campaign, although an injury hindered his participation during the second half of the season. Nonetheless, Robinho played a crucial role in keeping Barcelona at bay and helping Real Madrid secure their 31st league title. During his time with Real Madrid, Robinho emerged as the team's 3rd highest scorer, following Raúl and Ruud van Nistelrooy, a most impressive feat. He was also the 2nd highest assist provider, just behind Guti. In addition, Robinho was one of the few Madrid players, along with goalkeeper Iker Casillas, to be nominated for the Ballon d'Or and FIFA World Player of the Year awards for the 2007-08 season. Despite promises from Real Madrid's president Ramon Calderón to negotiate a new contract, talks never materialized. It was later revealed that Madrid intended to use Robinho as part of a deal to land superstar Cristiano Ronaldo with the club in the summer transfer window. Following the failed Ronaldo transfer, negotiations for a new contract were attempted but ultimately rejected by Robinho himself. This decision led to Robinho requesting a transfer to Chelsea. In 2008, on the final day of the summer transfer window, Robinho made a high-profile move to English side Manchester City for a fee of around 41 to 42 million euros, putting pen to paper on a 4-year deal. This significant transfer coincided with the acquisition of Manchester City by the Abu Dhabi United Group, an Arab investment company. Interestingly, Robinho had initially been strongly linked with a transfer to Chelsea, expressing his desire to join the London club until the very eve of his transfer. Chelsea's chief executive Peter Kenyon had expressed confidence that the deal would happen, and Real Madrid had given their approval for the transfer as well. In a humorous, albeit offensive gesture, when Robinho signed for Manchester City, he accidentally mentioned Chelsea in his statement before quickly correcting himself. In an interview, Robinho cited Manchester City's status as a big club and the presence of Brazilian friends João and Elano as factors that motivated him to join the team, though speculation continued to circulate that his preferred destination was indeed Chelsea. He made his debut for Manchester City and scored his first Premier League goal in a match against Chelsea on September 13, 2008. Later in the season, he scored his first Premier League hat-trick against Stoke City and notched his first European goal for the club in a UEFA Cup match against Dutch side Twente. Robinho's first season with Manchester City was relatively successful as he finished as the team's top scorer with 14 goals, ranking 4th in the league. However, his second season was marred by injuries, causing him to miss a substantial portion of the campaign and subsequently seek a transfer away from the club during the January transfer window. Many Brazilian legends had found a home in Italy at Serie A side AC Milan. Stars such as Leonardo, Ronaldinho, Cafu, and Kaká, among other names, set the stage for Robinho's attempt to re-establish himself a powerhouse in the game. When he joined Milan from Manchester City in 2010, there was genuine excitement about his arrival and potential impact. Milan was a club steeped in history and success, and Robinho aimed to make his mark alongside football legends like Paolo Maldini and Andrea Pirlo. During his time at AC Milan, Robinho had moments that hinted at the fact that he still had what it took to be a goal-scoring leader, and that his immense talent was bubbling at the surface, ready to erupt again. His dazzling dribbling skills and flair were on display, and he contributed with several goals and assists. One memorable highlight was his acrobatic bicycle kick goal against Fiorentina, a testament to his technical ability and eye for goal. Moreover, Robinho was part of the AC Milan squad that clinched the Serie A title in the 2010-2011 season, contributing to their rise to the top of domestic competition. However, the challenge for him was maintaining consistency, which proved elusive. Competition for playing time was fierce, with formidable forwards like Zlatan Ibrahimovic and fellow Brazilian Alexandre Pato sharing the roster. In the end, while Robinho made valuable contributions to AC Milan's achievements, he fell short of achieving legendary status in the same vein as some of his peers. His time at the club showcased the highs and lows of his career, with moments of brilliance but also challenges that prevented him from ascending to the very top of Italian football's pantheon. However, with the big money and success came problems, the kind that come from within. On November 23, 2017, an Italian court issued a 9-year prison sentence to Robinho, along with 5 others, for their involvement in the nightclub sexual assault of a 23-year-old Albanian woman during a gang rape incident that took place during January 2013 in Milan. Transcripts of intercepted messages, including one from Robinho, were revealed as part of the court's judgment. In one message, Robinho callously remarked that the woman was highly intoxicated and unaware of the events, while in another chat, a friend mentioned explicit details to which Robinho dismissively responded. It's important to note that under Italian law, the enforcement of his sentence would only occur after the completion of the appeal process. Furthermore, at the time of the sentencing, Robinho was in Brazil, and Brazilian law prevents the extradition of its citizens to foreign countries. On December 10, 2020, the Italian courts upheld Robinho's 9-year prison sentence following an appeal. The Milan Court of Appeals emphasized that Robinho had not only belittled but also brutally humiliated the victim during the assault. Additionally, he had attempted to deceive investigators right from the beginning by providing a false account of events that he had coordinated with a friend. In January 2022, Italy's Supreme Court of Cassation reaffirmed the conviction. Subsequently, in February 2022, an international arrest warrant was issued for Robinho by the Italian Ministry of Justice. On October 4, 2022, Italy formally requested that Brazil extradite him, along with his Brazilian friend Ricardo Falco, who was also implicated in the same case. However, Brazilian courts rejected this extradition request a month later. On February 18, 2023, the Italian government made a formal request to Brazil for Robinho and his friend Falco to serve their sentences in Brazil. This request became possible due to a Brazilian migration law enacted in 2017, which allows individuals convicted abroad, including Brazilian citizens, to serve their prison sentences in Brazil under specific conditions. Following this, on February 24, 2023, Brazil's Superior Court of Justice issued a subpoena for Robinho and Falco. On March 27, 2023, Brazilian prosecutors supported the Italian government's request, advancing the process. During this time, the court also ordered the confiscation of Robinho's passport and imposed travel restrictions, preventing him from leaving Brazil. In August 2023, the STJ rejected Robinho's preliminary request to have the Italian sentence, for which he was convicted, translated or recognized in Brazil. And so, Robinho's journey from football superstardom to a prison sentence is a stark reminder of the twists and turns life can take. Has what happened to Robinho ruined his legacy on the field? What could his career have really been like? Does he deserve all that has happened to him? You be the judge. Why do some of the most talented athletes fall prey to some of the worst life decisions? Does Robinho simply follow in the long line of fellow Brazilian football stars that have fallen into circumstances of crime, substance abuse, and dreary behavior? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this story informative, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more engaging tales of sports, life, and everything in between.